what's up, people? Pizowell here, and today I want to talk to you about 1984's Perfect Strangers, aka Blind Alley. Now, this is partially going to be a review of the movie, as well as a review of this Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray release. An apologetic hitman named Johnny tries to seduce the mother of a little boy who witnessed his last hit. But Johnny starts getting attached to the family life, while the mob is pressuring him to silence the kid forever. Eventually, Johnny has to make a choice. Someone's got to go. It's either him or little Matthew. When I think of Larry Cohen movies, I think of The Stuff, Cue the Winged Serpent, It's Alive, among others. But I'd never heard of Perfect Strangers prior to hearing that Vinegar Syndrome was releasing the film on Blu-ray. I did a little bit of research and I decided to pick it up. After seeing The Stuff many years ago, I went on a bit of a Larry Cohen odyssey, and I liked just about everything of his that I saw. Cohen had the ability to turn what on the surface appeared to be just another genre film into a story with actual depth, a distinct sense of humor, and a social conscience. In the case of Perfect Strangers, there's a lot going on in this movie. You have Johnny's developing relationship with young Matthew and his mother Sally. He's able to get close to them a little too easily, and Sally is way too trusting of Johnny with Matthew way too soon. You have Johnny being pressured by the mob to kill Matthew. Despite his young age, a witness is still a witness, and that's a risk they just won't accept. You have Matthew's biological father causing trouble and practically kidnapping him at one point. You have Sally's very anti-man best friend who's a big proponent of feminist homicide. And you have a cop played by Stephen Lack of Scanners who's investigating the murder that set this whole thing in motion. Perfect Strangers is very much a Larry Cohen film. In the hands of another filmmaker, Perfect Strangers would have likely been fill-in-the-blank exploitation fodder. Cohen provides the film with social commentary, some interesting ideas, and plenty of twists and turns, some of which I didn't see coming. Perfect Strangers has that very New York City kind of vibe, as if the city itself is a character in and of itself. The film is also shot very soft, giving everything a kind of dreamy glow. The abrupt, sometimes rough editing and the fact that there are moments in the film that just feel kind of surreal gives Perfect Strangers a dreamlike quality. Cohen manages to create some very effective moments that include Johnny and young Matthew. For instance, there's a sequence in which Johnny is giving Matthew a bath, and he likens the predicament he's in with Matthew having witnessed a murder that he committed with the plot of the movie E.T. There's another sequence in Johnny's apartment in which Johnny is having a heart-to-heart with Matthew and sort of telling him how it is in the real world, and basically tells young Matthew, if there's something that you want in this world, you've got to go out and take it. This is followed by some mobsters showing up unannounced at Johnny's door to discuss Matthew's murder with him, while Matthew is in another room, not doing a very good job of hiding. The last act of Perfect Strangers is quite good and full of tense moments between Johnny and Matthew as Johnny is forced to finally make a very tough decision, and Sally begins to realize that Johnny is not the man that he appeared to be. Anne Carlisle from Liquid Sky is good as Sally, and Brad Wren delivers a very strong performance as Johnny. On a side note, Bill Fagerbach, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that name correctly or not, the voice of Patrick on SpongeBob SquarePants, has a very small role in this film. I wouldn't consider Perfect Strangers one of Larry Cohen's better films. The editing is rough, the acting is inconsistent, and it just feels uneven. But even Cohen's lesser efforts had more going for them than most movies. As for the picture quality and sound quality, this release is newly scanned and restored in 2K from its 35mm interpositive. I thought the picture quality on this release was pretty fantastic. Same with the audio quality. I'd give the picture quality a solid 4 out of 5. Same with the audio quality. I thought Perfect Strangers looked and sounded great on this release from Vinegar Syndrome. As far as extras are concerned, first we get a true artist, an interview with actress Anne Carlisle. It's 7 minutes and 46 seconds in length. Ms. Carlisle discusses getting cast in Perfect Strangers right after finishing Liquid Sky. She discusses working with Larry Cohen, working with a tight budget, and why she decided to step away from acting, becoming an art therapist, an artist, and more. Next, we have Shadow in the City, an archival interview with Larry Cohen. It's 9 minutes and 13 seconds in length. Mr. Cohen discusses developing Perfect Strangers, aka Blind Alley, to be shot back-to-back with his next film, Special Effects. He discusses shooting the film in Soho. He discusses casting the film, working with the kid who played Matthew, being a bit of a control freak, and more. This is a very nice Blu-ray release for Perfect Strangers from the fine folks over at Vinegar Syndrome. The picture quality and the sound quality are fantastic, and we get a couple of really nice interviews. If you've not seen Perfect Strangers, I recommend it. This Blu-ray release would be a great way to introduce yourself to the film. If you're a fan of Perfect Strangers, you definitely want to look into picking up this Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome and add it to your collection. I'll post a link to Vinegar Syndrome's website down in the description. Go over and check them out. If you've seen Perfect Strangers, please let me know your thoughts on the film down in the comments section below. Let me know what your favorite Larry Cohen film is down in the comments section below also. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. A big thank you to all my awesome Patreon supporters. I appreciate your generosity and support of my channel. Become a patron today and join me for monthly live streams and have a say in what movies I review on my channel. Patreon.com/pizowell or follow the link in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.